It's a third man outside the circle. And Michael Pepper again patrolling the short rope at deep square.
Really great length there from Porter. It's one of those where you get the toe end of the bat. You can really feel it, can't you, when you've got the bat in hand. Ouch.
Over mid-wicket. Attacks the short boundary. One bounce over the rope. Crackles away.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to get into some kind of fight or flight mode here, Adam, because, as you say, the pitch is really quite far over on the leg side, and you feel as though it's not too far away for them to have a crack over the square leg boundary. Nice looking shot, that one from Cracknell.
I think we need some hand warmers in the pocket, so if it does come our way, our instinct will be to go for the ball. A bit chilly here in North London tonight.
Yeah, I'm taking evasive action, don't know about you.
I'm backing you in. Cracknell again. Can he beat short fine? He can't. Diving stop. Second time that Buttleman's been in the game there. Great batting from Eskenazi towards us, way over our heads. That is huge from Eskenazi to the short boundary. Might have gone out of the ground. Hard to tell from our vantage point. It might have ended up in the mosque it's gone so far. What a strike of the ball from Stevie Eskenazi.
Yeah, I think old Father Time there was more in danger than we were. I was ready for it, I really was. But lovely looking shot there. And he's been timing it nicely, Red Bull captain Eskenazi.
Going to take some finding. You can see the umpire Gould going out to get a new ball, so they've declared that one lost. That's gone out of the stadium, out of the ground, and Gunnar Gould getting his exercise, running out towards the pavilion, getting a new ball. Good luck finding that. So it's on the road currently. We'll see if we can get a shot of that and get a camera out to where the ball is at the moment. Good souvenir for somebody outside. After they sanitise it, of course. What's the date? Could be a chance at the non-strikers end. Bit of indecision.
Yeah, I think Eskenazi there was a little bit guilty of ball watching. He sort of strayed halfway down the crease, and Cracknell had committed by that point, and then Eskenazi had to scamper on, got there in the end.
What a feeling to hit a ball out of Lords for Eskenazi. I mean, Albert Trott energy there, of course, hit it over the pavilion famously, but that's 120 years ago. Good change up there.
So let's confirm the team news for you. First up, Glamorgan. They've actually had a couple of washouts in the last couple of games. So haven't played since the 18th of June when they played Middlesex. A couple of changes from that side. James Wheel comes back here tonight for Rory Smith, and Chris Cook is back to captain the side and to keep wicket in place of Tom Cullen. So Glamorgan tonight line up with David Lloyd and Nick Selman, Colin Ingram and Marnus Labuschagne, and then a pretty power-packed top order. Certainly three of those four very well known for their hitting ability. Chris Cook, as I mentioned, comes back to keep wicket and captain the side. Kieran Carlson, Callum Taylor, Dan Douthwaite, James Wheel, as I mentioned, Tim van der Hoogten, the Dutchman, and Prem Sasoja.
And the Gloucestershire side contains one change which you will see shortly, but Miles Hammond up the top of the order alongside his left-handed opening partner Chris Dent, and one of those two both lacking in the half-century department. It would be great for Gloucestershire if one of those could go big. Glenn Phillips, we think, will come in at number 3 tonight. He's been very consistent and hits the ball a very long way. Captain Jack Taylor is down to come in at 4. Again, we shall see whether this plays out or not. But the skipper in at 4. Benny Howell down to come in at 5. So the all-rounders start coming thick and fast. But then the returning James Bracey. So he's back in the lineup, back with the gloves, which will mean that Glenn Phillips becomes a bowling option. Ryan Higgins down to come in behind Bracey. And Higgins bowling a couple of overs at the death last time out. Tom Smith will bowl his left-armers in the middle overs. Dan Worrell is still there in his striker's shirt, and he hasn't yet had much of an opportunity to do much striking with the bat, but he has been very handy with the ball. Josh Shaw, who's been really the bowler of the year so far for Gloucestershire, and David Payne will bat at 11. One assumes Gloucestershire will hope that he does not have to do any batting.
Very much so, yep. Out come the openers, Chris Dent and Miles Hammond, who got their side after such a good start on Tuesday. Took a huge chunk out of that target early in the power play, and the game was pretty much won in that 4-5 over period. So Hammond here is going to take the first ball. It's going to be the spin of Prem Sasodja to get us underway from the Ashley Down end of the ground. But a good atmosphere here in Bristol tonight. There are a few down on numbers on Tuesday because of the football, and a few having watched the second half, I'm sure, would have preferred to have been here watching the cricket in the sunshine. But they're back in here tonight, which is good. Nice buzz around the ground, sun shining. Sasodja's got his shades on and is going to get us underway in a game that has a lot riding on it for both sides, really. As I mentioned, the group tightening up, Somerset beating Surrey at the Oval last night, so they're hot on the heels of Gloucestershire in 4th. So Sasodja to get us underway, and Hammond's eased that out first ball for a boundary, easy as you like. A shade over pitched, and Hammond is just leant into a classic extra cover drive and finds the fence. That's a nice piece of timing.
It was a short ball that he put away first ball of the Kent chase, and he started this one off in exactly the same way with a boundary, but with a beautiful drive through the extra cover reach, and you couldn't ask for better in red ball cricket.
Gloucestershire prefer to chase in T20 cricket, but having had such a good second innings with the bat on Tuesday night, it's sometimes not the worst thing to just get straight back out there as soon as possible and get back to the good work that was done in the previous match, and that's what this pair got the chance to do here. Deep square and deep point the men out here for Sasodja in the power play. Should be at least a couple here out towards deep mid wicket. Long chase for the fieldsman around from deep square. They get back for a comfortable second. So Gloucestershire, with that win on Tuesday night, moving up to 8 points level with Surrey, who, as I say, lost last night. So both those sides have played 7 matches. Sussex above both those teams on 9 points. They were abandoned on Tuesday against Glamorgan because of a wet outfield. But follow from Sasodja and just dug out to mid-off. Kent, despite that defeat on Tuesday, remain top of the table on 10 points. The chasing pack has got a little bit more bunched. Fired in this time, the left-arm spinner. Somerset with that win, improving to 6 points from 6 matches, so just 2 behind the Gloucesters. And Glamorgan also back on 6 points, but they've played a game more, 7 games. Wristily played from Hammond. Just be a single though, out to deep square. Again, the long part of the boundary, same pitch tonight as we were on Tuesday, so a very short boundary, 65, 70 yards at best, towards Kennington Avenue out to our right-hand side, and the long boundary towards the city of Bristol College, once again to our left. So the left-hander's leg side here, Dent facing his first ball of the innings. Little dab and go, and he is underway, and the first over is in the books. A tidy start from Sasodja, the early boundary, making it a decent set for Hammond and Gloucestershire. Glamorgan winning the toss here at sunny Bristol, sending the Gloucesters in, and over gone 8 without loss.
Decent start from both sets of players really, and Miles Hammond getting an early boundary, but Sasodja allowing nothing after that. So will be James Wheel to bowl the second over. looking as if he's going to come around the wicket. No, Hammond's going to switch sides just as I say that. So right arm over, and for Glamorgan it has been their seamers really who've got the job done for the most part. It's been the seamers plus Marnus Labuschagne when you look at their wicket taking list. Dan Douthwaite has the most with 8. And James Wheal just playing his 3rd game. Rory Smith missing due to a hamstring injury. Cut away by Dent, but he can't beat backward point, and that kind of bounced too far in front of backward point. Fielder there is David Lloyd, just a little bit short of him. Dent hit it hard, but parried by David Lloyd out there. It's a little bit closer to Dent this time. They'll come through for a quick single. Once more it's Lloyd called into action at backward point. And as I said, Dan Douthwaite, 8 wickets. And he's taken those at an average of 13, economy rate of under 7 runs per over. Rory Smith also had an economy rate of less than 7, so he is a bit of a miss for this Glamorgan bowling lineup. Tim van der Hoogten, economy rate 7.5. So you look at the seam attack that Glamorgan have got, they really don't go for many. Oh, a swing and a miss from Miles Hammond. Once again, the ball not really quite getting up on him like he might have hoped. Just wasn't that short for a pull shot. They're going to have a chat now between themselves, the openers, about what they think maybe this pitch is doing. But I think Hammond wanted that one to come through a lot quicker than it did, and he got a bit tucked up on a ball that wasn't actually that short to pull. Pleasant drive, beautiful drive through the covers, that'll reach the boundary. And Miles Hammond gets his second 4 of the innings. Gloucestershire up to 13 without loss. Hammond into double figures, another flowing cover drive.
Looking a good touch again, Hammond. A little bit follow from Wheal and a little bit of width also just offered that drive to Hammond, and he put it away well.
Not a genuine half volley though, so
no.
At least if he was thinking the ball wasn't coming on too well with that shorter ball, he was able to drive perfectly nicely on the up there, and Wheal is now going to come around the wicket to the left-handed Hammond. Oh, he's picked that one up well, and that has been deposited into the temporary stand for 6. First 6 of the night, and that one was pretty much a half-tracker from James Wheal, and heading down the leg side is the replay, and pretty much right on the hip for Miles Hammond, and he picked that one up beautifully. It doesn't matter that it's a very short boundary out there, that was 6 anywhere.
I'm not quite sure why he's come round the wicket here, because over the wicket he was tucking the left-handers up quite nicely, but round the wicket you just exaggerate that angle and offer the left-hander a bit more of a swing towards that short leg side.
Quite.
That's exactly what he's done there, and Hammond, as you say, he's put him away with aplomb. Lovely strike.
And then if you're going to bowl outside off stump from that angle, then you're kind of defeating the point of bowling with that angle. So, yeah, a decision which James Wheal is going to stick with. No, he's not. He is going to come back over for the final ball, so not going to repeat the dose from around. Last ball of the over. The drive back to James Wheal, pitched up, but not allowing Hammond room to swing through the line of the ball. 11 runs from the over though, so Gloucestershire going along quite nicely here. 19 without loss after 2 overs, but the big thing is converting these starts into big scores.
A bright start on this bright evening. Floodlights on as ever, but not in need of the floodlights at the moment, with the sunshine shining brilliantly across the ground. Wasn't expecting it to be as warm as it was today, actually. As warm as it has been. Another beautiful day. Perfect for cricket. As you can hear there, I'm sure. Tim van der Hoogten taking over here at the Ashley Down road end. So just the one over of spin from Sasodja. And now the extra pace and bite of van der Hoogten.
The Flying Dutchman, as he is now.
Make a good flanker with those shoulders. 2 men out on the leg side here for Dent. He finds one of them out at deep square to get the third over underway with a single. Same wicket here tonight. Should be playing the same, you would think, throughout the game, with fresh for Tuesday, so and only thick end of 14 overs played on it in the second innings, so not too much cricket been played on this pitch so far. Jumping markedly wide in the bowling crease there, van der Hoogten. And puts it away for a single.
Sorry, Alex, you're just going to watch that back foot when you do that. It almost jumps so far out there. It's easier for the right-hander not to deliver a back foot no ball, but still.
I thought he pulled out for a second, actually, because he jumped so violently to the left. It's obviously a change-up that's in his armoury. Just wants his short third man a little bit finer here now. Does it again. Dent trying to give himself a bit of room, but was tucked up. Let's take a single more to the edge of the 30-yard circle. Good start here from van der Hoogten. An excellent T20 career average, 118 wickets at 20. A strike bowler in his career. Deep point now goes back and deep mid-wicket is up. And Hammond was trying to go up and over the mid-wicket fieldsman who'd come up into the circle and got only fresh air.
Similar one to the one that he missed earlier on, just in between length, in between line, and he wasn't sure whether to pull it or play that pickup shot that he executed so well in the last over. Caught in between the two.
Some Glamorgan supporters in the ground, as you can hear. Always a song with those Welshmen. Extra pace from van der Hoogten, and Hammond rather beaten for pace. Really, really smart third over of the game this from van der Hoogten after a